Hi there! Today we're going to talk about applying decals to your glass. We have a few different decals here. I have the Platinum Snowflakes. They come with this protective sheet of paper on them. They look gold right now, but when they're fired, they shine up to that nice bright platinum color when the metal lusters come to the surface in the firing. I also have some gold trees. Okay. And we'll be applying these to some pre-fired ornament blanks. So to get set up, you'll want a towel to protect your work surface. These are applied with water, so it does get wet. Towel just helps keep everything a little cleaner. You'll need a bowl of warm water, not boiling, just warm out of the tap is fine. You'll need your glass. And I like to apply my decals to a smooth surface. So I usually pre-fire my glass if I'm applying these. You can apply them to a rough or textured surface like out of the mold or the natural kind of waviness of the glass. But that texture will sometimes cause your image to break. So you'll have a little like break in your image, which looks vintage. It's not bad, but I prefer to apply them to the smooth side of the glass. You'll need a rubber squeegee, flexible squeegee of some sort. This is a pottery rib, and it's really flexible, great for applications. If you don't have one of these, you can use a spatula. This is just a silicone spatula that is also very flexible. You'll need some scissors and another lint-free cloth to dry your work after you apply the decals. So I like to just kind of look at my decals first, try and think of placement before I even soak them and start getting them wet. So I've got 2 snowflakes here. I'll get another snowflake ready to go. I'll just cut this out. You need to remove that protective paper from your decal before you start using it. And then you'll want to trim your decal close to the image. All right. So I've kind of got my layout figured out here. Now it's time to start getting the decals ready to apply. You're going to take your decal and place it in the bowl of warm water for just a few seconds. It does not take long with something this size. It's going to take maybe 10 seconds. Do not place your decals in them and then leave them, because your decal will float off this backing paper and then you won't know which side is which, and it's really hard to apply. So I'll just put in one decal at a time, let it soak up that warm water. And what's happening here is there's a layer of cornstarch between your decal image and the backer paper. So the water is going to soften the cornstarch, so your decal will slide right off the backing paper when ready. So just a few seconds, you can test your decal, and if it slides around on the backing paper, it's ready to apply. So I'm going to take that out of the water. I'm going to put my decal down on the glass, slide the decal off the backing paper, hold on to the edge of the decal, and just pull the backing paper out completely from behind it. Once your decal is on the glass, that cornstarch layer is a little slimy and lets things move around. So if you didn't place it right the first time, you can still move it around while it's wet. Once it's in place, you're going to want to squeegee out any excess water or air bubbles that got caught behind your decal when applying it. Okay? So just hold down one edge and lightly work from the center out to the edges, pushing out any air or water from behind the decal. Once you've squeegeed that, you'll want to take your lint-free cloth, and gently soak up any water that's left on your glass piece, and then you're ready to go. If you did slide it around, you might notice a little haze that you'll need to clean off before you fire. So just go ahead and wipe the glass clean around the decal. All right, we'll do that again with the next two. So again, soak in water, just a few seconds. And I'm just doing one at a time because I don't want to leave a decal in there and have it float off the backing paper. You can see it's pretty quick though. So I'll gently pick up the decal, see if it's sliding around. It is. So again, I'm going to place it on the glass, slide the decal off one end of the backing paper, hold down with my finger, and just remove the backing paper. Again, I can reposition this while it's still wet. If I've got a couple things I'm working on, I can go ahead and not squeegee that, get my next decal ready, and this will still be able to be moved around because it's still wet. I have not squeegeed it and set it in place. So again, just a few seconds. Check if it's not sliding around on the backing paper, put it back in the water. Check it again. Now it's sliding around. See that? Now I'm ready to apply this. Again, I'll just slide it off one end just a little bit onto the glass. Hold down, get that backing paper out. And now I can move these around because I did not squeegee that one in place. This one is stuck. This one I didn't squeegee, so I can still move things around and get my placement right. Okay, once I'm happy with the placement, I'm going to go ahead and squeegee them in place. So again, work from the center decal out to the edge, squeezing out any water or air bubbles, and then you can move on to your next decal. Same thing. Work from the center of the decal out to the very edge, removing any air bubbles and water, and then you'll be ready to dry this off. Just going to dab lightly at first, and then I will wipe clean around the decals. Since I slid them around, there may be cornstarch residue that I want to make sure is cleaned off the glass before I fire it. And there you're all set. Now I'm going to let these set 24 hours before I put them in the kiln to fire them. You want to make sure they're completely dry and no moisture is trapped under the decals before you fire them. If there is moisture, that'll bubble up under the decals, causing the image to bubble and break and maybe not give you the desired effect you were hoping for. Thanks so much. Have a good one.